This is the twin-linteled gate, which is my translation of Tori, or the entrance to my local shrine. And this is the bell up in front of the entrance, which I'll ring now. This is Hiyoshi Shrine in Yamaguchi, a typical village shrine, and its typical features are: it's got two dogs, one on each side of the entrance, called Koma dogs, and they guard the entrance. Also protect the entrance to the shrine are some creatures. This one is either perhaps a shishi, a kind of dragon lion thing, and also, surprisingly for Japan, something looks like an elephant. But it may not be an elephant, it may be a baku, which is a mythical creature that eats bad dreams. But it looks awfully like an elephant. Then there is the rice straw rope. This is called Shimenawa, and it also marks the separation between the sacred shrine and the profane world. And on it, it's got the symbol of Shinto, which are these zigzag strips of paper called shide. And again, these mark a sacred place. No one's quite sure what their significance is. They may represent lightning. I have a theory that they're made to be torn off in strips, but that's entirely my own theory. Because in fact, if you do pull on them, you can tear off a strip of paper quite easily. They're made of Japanese traditional paper. They also have these tassels, which look a bit like they may have been the original pre-paper version of the strips, but that isn't clear either. Then at the entrance to the shrine is the bell. The second two bells. We rang the first bell before we came up to the shrine. This one, you normally ring it just before you have a prayer at the shrine. Also in front of the shrine are two pairs of water containers. And you can see that there's water in the top. The shrine priest says that they're in case of fire, so that we could take water from here and put it onto the fire if the shrine caught fire. However, there doesn't seem to be enough water in there. If it was really to put out a fire, then you'd think that it'd be hollowed out to the base of the stone rock, but it's only a little bit. I have a theory that these are water mirrors. There's a long tradition of using the surface of water as a mirror in Shinto mythology. And in almost every shrine there's a place to wash your hands. Like here, this is called a temizu, which means a hand water, and you wash both your hands and rinse out your mouth with these ladles. The roof is typically pointy and pagoda-like. There are several styles of shrine, and they're all well documented. I'm not quite sure which style this is. There are more than one room to the shrine. There's the prayer room at the front, and at the back is where the god is kept, or the spirit body of the god. This is called the Haiden, or prayer room, and that's the Honden, or the real McCoy, the Holy of Holies. Oh, the little hut here is the shamusho, or the place where the shrine priest hangs out and sells amulets and lucky charms of all sorts. And as tomorrow is the day of the autumn festival, I'm in luck because I can see the palanquin, or omikoshi, and this is a sort of portable shrine, and once a year the shrine deity is put in here, and he goes for walkabout. It's a very gilded, luxurious place for the kami, the deity, to reside while he goes on a tour of his grounds. And the shrine parishioners will carry him on their shoulders. Inside the prayer room of the shrine now, you can see, for example, the names of people who have donated to the shrine. None of this "don't let your left hand see what your right hand is doing" business. Everyone who's ever donated to the shrine has their name engraved with the amount of money that they donated on the shrine walls. And then there are scenes from battles painted on paintings hanging from the ceiling. A couple of samurai there. And a more recent painting, an oil painting, depicting some Japanese people sacrificing themselves to blow a hole in the barbed wire. This is a very famous event, I believe, in the war between Japan and Russia, when a group of soldiers from Kurume blew a hole in some barbed wire fortifications by carrying a pipe-shaped bomb, and they died when the bomb exploded. They died with the bomb as it exploded. And behind this door is where the deity lives. Or he or she, maybe, I'm not sure. Her or his name is Hiyoshi, and she lives in a room at the back. And she only very rarely comes out. And this hole here is where you can make donations, which is what I'll do now. A last look at the shrine from Ray's point of view. He likes the temizu.